Welcome back to another brand new episode. This is season 3, episode 4, and this is another In Case You Missed It episode. Kicking things off, we talk about the downfall of Kanye West and some concerns that we have. We then talk about a few Atlanta rappers and how we feel that they're being targeted by law enforcement. And then finally, we talk about how Nicki called out the Grammys. This is season 3, episode 4, in case you missed it. This is The Experience. What's up? I don't know where the fuck that came from, but...
Man, I'm like, you taking it back to the 2000s. What's up? I was like, okay, this nigga over here ready to
I mean, it is spooky season, so I associate the what's up, like I associate that with the Scary Movie with the guy with the scream mask, and he was like, yeah.
That was like an old commercial too, like the what's up, like they were parodying that, that old commercial, and it was actually funny. You know, I saw a Scary Movie the other day, and I saw that commercial or that exact scene that you're talking about.
Yeah, and that shit's funny as fuck. Oh my god,
funny as fuck. That's a classic series. Why don't we have spoofs anymore?
I feel like because
in 2022. Go ahead. You can be real.
I feel like a lot of things that people would be able to say back then, you just can't. You can't.
Now. Yeah, you can't get that off no more.
Yeah.
And you go back to it because there's a lot of those spoofs on HBO Max. If you go back and like, you go back and watch them, like with the lens that we have today, we'll be like, man, how did they get away with this shit?
Bro, speaking of that, have you ever seen Airplane?
I don't think I've seen
original. That's the original movie. Yeah, that shit's fucking hilarious. There's two of them too. There's Airplane 1 and Airplane 2, but yeah,
and Rush Hour too. I was watching Rush Hour the other day, and that shit is very.
Wait, Rush Hour is a spoof movie?
Well, not a spoof movie. I'm just thinking about racist shit now. I'm thinking about like, oh shit, that's kind of like that wouldn't get off. I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and I was like, Rush Hour cannot like happen in 2022. Like that whole like Asian black guy buddy cop, we make fun of each other's races, the whole duration of the movie just won't fly today.
Out of order. White chicks. Get it out of here.
Ooh, white chick. That was funny though.
My favorite line is when the one girl has to go to the bathroom and she runs in the house and she's like, move, bitch. I still say that.
I'm like, and that was Marlon Wayans. He did a brilliant job. Give it to him for that.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. But what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another In Case You Missed It episode. This is season 3, episode 4. I am Jay, the one sport gay, and I am joined by
D. Allen, aka the Don of all trades. The one sport gay. You're really gonna stick to that one, aren't you?
I love it. I feel like it just rolls off the tongue. Like, come on. I did do a poll too on IG. They loved. That's what people prefer.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. That's what I was about to ask. Like, how do the people feel about that change?
They love it. They love it. They love it.
Okay. Well, speaking of change, I gotta address the elephant in the room. I see that you are donning some glasses on, man.
First of all, shut the fuck up. Well, that was so lame.
You are.
Some glasses on.
You are. I mean, hey, I've been. Hey, look. Hey, but they do look good on you, man. You gotta explain to the audience why you are wearing glasses now.
Thanks, y'all. Why? Thanks, y'all. Thank you. Thanks. Your glasses look amazing too. I just have to let you know. You know, we're just
like why are you wearing them now?
So, guys, I've worn glasses my whole life. It started in like, what was that? Maybe like 5th grade. Yeah, I've been wearing glasses since 5th grade. And then, you know, when I got to high school, like maybe like, I want to say junior year, I just stopped because I don't know, it was a lot. I was doing glasses and contacts, and you know, I was also in theater and like the makeup and like all that shit. It was a lot, so I just stopped wearing them, and I was good for a minute. I was just winging it. I thought that my vision got better, and then, you know, fast forward to a couple days ago. No, not a couple days ago. A couple weeks ago, I was driving and I almost killed a person, and so I was like, maybe I can't see as well as I think I can, and so Went to
That'll
America's
do it.
Best. Yeah, that'll do it. Shout out to America's Best. Went there, and they're like, you have healthy eyes, but you do have a fat ass stigmatism on your left eye. And I was like, oh yeah. So
Mm.
yeah, I have glasses now because I don't want to kill people. That's not me. I'm not a murderer. So
Oh, so you was raw dog in sight.
yep, yep.
You was over here raw dog in sight.
That's an interesting way to put that, but yeah.
No, no, for real though, because it's like you cannot see, and like you're going through life and you're driving, like you do things that require your sight often. So I don't get like a thought process on like maybe I should just go through life like hoping that my vision has gotten better without getting clear medical direction. At least now you have a fat ass stigmatism on your left eye.
I've
I got
known
one on my
about
right
the
eye.
stigma. I've always had the stigmatism. He wasn't telling me nothing I didn't know. I just,
You just ignored it, and
yeah.
you kept going through it, and now you almost killed somebody, and
And
now
I was
you're
like,
joining the 4 Eye Club.
also, I didn't always look good in glasses. Like, I feel like now, like, I'm
I don't
I've
think you.
grown
I
into
think you
my
still don't look good.
See, you got to pick a side because first you're sucking my dick about how good they look in the
Oh,
beginning of it, and then I don't look good. You got to pick a side and say where you want. Like, you can't do both. Let's stop straddling the
I'm the
fence.
don. I'm the don of glasses too. So I gotta go ahead and say my opinion. But go ahead. I'm listening.
What is your opinion though? Because there's been multiple that's been floated around. I'm confused. I can't
Oh,
lie.
about the glasses. Oh, I'm.
Are they good? I
You
know.
know what you do?
Like. First of all, I know I'm pulling them off. So regardless of what you
Well,
say,
you're doing
I
your
know I'm
thing with
pulling
the
them off.
glasses. I'm proud that you actually, taking care of your eyes and you're going not raw dog in life, which raw dog in sight. But I think you could
Yeah.
have definitely, put a little bit of zhuzh on them glasses though. But that's just me.
What the fuck?
One day you'll
These
be
are
on
Ray
my
Ban.
level. Like
These
these
are Ray
glasses are
Ban.
really, really good. But these are also Ray
What brand
Bans.
is
And these
that?
are also really, really good.
Oh,
They're
that's
also
Ray
Ray
Ban. Oh,
Bans.
okay. So it's the same
Yeah,
brand.
Ray Bans.
It's. I'm
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah, but those look a little like basic. You know what I'm
Guys,
saying?
take
Certain
this as a
brands have basic
lesson.
stuff.
Guys,
Okay.
take this as a lesson. You could just be minding your business, and
And
somebody
people
from the
gonna hate.
fucking peanut gallery just hate on you for no
Oh,
reason.
peanut gallery. Oh, that's a new
You
one.
just got to keep moving forward, and you just got to, let that shit go in one ear and come out the other.
Yep,
But
yep,
how's your week
yep.
been? You guys know about
It's
my
been it's my week has been all over the place, man. I feel like I've been busy with so much shit. Like I feel like I've been this week specifically, I've been getting hit with like all my responsibilities, like everything that I could be responsible for, I was responsible for last week. Some days you get the slack. I feel like
Yeah.
I didn't really have a slack day last week, especially when it came to like work. But I'll say that overall ended up being good because I actually left your alma mater yesterday. I
Hey, how was
went to homecoming.
homecoming? How we need the
Homecoming.
homecoming recap. Fuck the week. How was homecoming?
It was all right, man. Like it was a smooth little tailgate. I saw a lot of people I haven't seen in a minute. I got a lot of friends that went to Michigan State, from high school, middle school, all over that have been there, and I've seen throughout the, their duration there, and it's fun to see them as alumni now, and me also as a alum, obviously at a different school, but just like going to different schools that you once visited a lot, and going to see the
You're
homecoming
soon
and
to be
enjoying that
alum.
environment. You said what?
You're soon to be alum.
No, yeah, I am. I still
On the
can't believe it.
banks of
I'm still trying to fight it. Y'all can look at
Eden.
my face that I'm still trying to fight that reality that I'm a Spartan now. But anyway, it
Go green.
was I'm not finishing that. But it was like I said, okay. Um I think I got some of y'all, I think some of the alum said it was kind of ghetto, or a little bit just like niggas could have put a more budget to the homecoming tailgate this year, but they didn't. I mean,
Damn.
I thought it was okay, but it's I don't know. Maybe it was better in previous years, and this year was kind of a little bit slacking. But hey, it's coming off a pandemic. I understand.
Yeah.
This is kind of like one of the few years since 2020, well, since 2019 for real, that tailgates have been like really, really popping again. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
You know,
man, we ended up.
I haven't been back as an alum.
You haven't
No,
at all.
at all. Not. I haven't stepped one foot in East Lansing.
When will you?
I mean, she probably. I mean, December, but I don't know. It'll be
But yeah,
cold, so there's not going to be much to do. But
Yeah.
It'll
Ooh.
happen.
You'll find some time. You know, you got plenty. You're always going to be an alum, so you got plenty of time. You got the rest of your life to go back to visit the campus.
Yeah,
But
quite
yeah,
literally.
the
Maybe when
the
my kids
tailgate was
enroll.
nice.
Maybe when they enroll.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
But
shall we
no, that
get
was it.
started?
Yeah, let's
Let's
do it.
get started. In case you missed it, and I just want to preface this with this is going to be a hard topic for Darren because we're talking about his idol and his idol's fall from grace. In case you missed it, Kanye West's antics have reached an interesting toll. We're used to him, being on social media, airing out his business, putting text messages out. But I, at this point, am actually concerned. Like, I talk so much shit about Kanye and everything, but he is a GOAT and nobody can take that from him. So it's just really upsetting to like see like it seems like the switch of personality that he's become, and part of that is because of the different mental illnesses that he's dealing with. But it's just I feel like he does not have the correct people around him helping him out
Mm.
because where do I begin? First, White Lives Matter.
Mm. Yeah.
I That's just not something that you play with, and I feel like that. Hold on, let me backtrack because
It's a lot. It's
I
a lot
don't
that's going
want
on.
to.
A lot has happened. Go ahead. I
Yeah,
know it's
like
a lot.
yeah,
He's
it's
done a
a
lot.
lot. It's a lot, and
Yeah.
I also don't want to like it's easy to be like, oh, he's going through stuff, but like also like you can't let that completely excuse his actions. Like it's
At all.
wrong.
At all.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, it can't like you can't just be like, "Oh, well, I'm going through this, so I don't like no, that's not cool." So I did want to preface it with that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just so with the White Lives Matter thing, he was at a concert and he wore the t-shirt. So that sparked a lot of outrage. People did not like that just because it's like White Lives Matter, what that phrase was created as a slap in the face to Black Lives Matter. And it's not, I feel like that's just not something that you play with, you know, with the history of, Black people in America and how Black people are still being killed by police officers at large. And
Mm-hmm.
so, to have like that slap of the face of saying like, it's like a kind of like a gaslighty kind of twisting of the words thing to say White Lives Matter because it's like, you're trying to the whole reason of them saying that is they think that we're saying that they don't, and
Yeah.
it's not that. It's like Black Lives Matter too. We all
Mm-hmm.
know this, but I'm just giving y'all some more
Exactly.
context. And so to play with that is, as a Black person with a huge Black following and with a huge, you not even just a Black following, a huge following in general, and with a huge platform like that, is to me saying that you're okay with that type of rhetoric. And then he goes as far as to be like, oh, like I'm going to sell shirts and make money because, the actual Black Lives Matter isn't doing anything. So I'm going to raise money to do that. Here's the problem with that. You're like, somebody seeing that is not going to know the difference between Black Lives Matter, the movement, and Black Lives Matter, the organization. And
Mm-hmm.
promoting those shirts harms the movement.
Mm-hmm.
If
It does.
you have a problem with the organization, that's one thing. Excuse me. Phlegmy for some reason this morning.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a problem with the organization, that's all fine, but that should not take away from the movement, which is important, which is still true. Black Lives Matter.
Always.
So I don't know. What do you think about that?
Man. Yeah. I'm glad you gave me some leeway in the beginning and saying it's going to be a tough topic because it is. And the audience knows, and you specifically know, that I've given this nigga Kanye a lot of grace over the years, especially when it's come to like all his antics. And he's been doing this pretty much his entire career. But I think it reached that boiling point in 2018 when he put on a MAGA hat and said slavery was a choice. And I think everybody from that point on it started to create like a serious divide in people who actually like enjoy Kanye, his music, and like value him as an artist, and value him as a creative, versus people who see him as like very dangerous, who spews a lot of dangerous rhetoric. And he definitely has issues, like you've mentioned but already. Like he has mental health issues, and I've always said he doesn't have the right people around him. But at the same time, I can't keep giving excuses to for that. Like I do understand that mental health is a serious thing. We can't take stuff like that lightly, but at the same time, we couple that talk with, oh, he's trolling, or oh, he has like a master plan, or oh, he like this is all part of like the Kanye West marketing genius super brain factory. And no, like, and you hit it on the head, like when you were talking about like selling shirts and whatnot, because that's what I think all of this is for. Like Kanye does this a lot right before he's about to sell us something. And he did that shit. Even like he had some stints last year when he got into beef. He reignited his beef with Drake right before Donda came out and shit. And he was trying to drop the stem player. And he kept talking about that's when he was going talking about his kids and Kim and all that shit. And now we're back at it. He's probably gonna sell us something else based off this White Lives Matter type shit. And it's got a lot of people angry. And Kanye knows how to get people riled up. But that still doesn't negate the fact that this is extremely, ignorant, extremely, harmful, and it doesn't help us progress as a people. And a lot of a common critique I've seen about Kanye is that he doesn't really care about black people, and it's ironic he said that about George Bush,
Right.
almost 20 years ago.
That's why I said earlier. It's kind of like a switch. Hold on. Can you hear that? Fuck it.
Not really, a little bit,
All right.
yeah.
There was somebody with a loud car, and I have my window open because that air is expensive. But it's kind of like a switch of personality. We had Kanye during Hurricane Katrina talking about how George Bush doesn't care about black people, and now it's like Kanye does not care about black people. It's an interesting flip to me.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I feel like it makes me think like the more money, the more of a platform that you get, if you don't have the right people around you to bring you down to earth, like what it can do to you. I don't know.
Yeah, it shows that money and fame, all of that corrupts. Like absolute power corrupts absolutely. And Kanye has been seen. He's been at the top, and he's like the type of person that throws tantrums when he doesn't get his way. Like you can tell, like when even through the documentary that we discussed, the documentary that came out on Netflix last year. Like Kanye's whole method to success has been to kind of stomp his feet when he feels like people don't accept him, and then he shits on those people who didn't accept him before. Whenever he does get accepted in another space, like we'll say like music, he wasn't really accepted in the rap space. He clicked up like obviously Raucous Records and then Rockefeller, and then he was able to come up in that space. And then we all remember infamously in 2013 when he went on Sway and told him he didn't have the answers when he was talking about him and his fashion. Because Sway, and it's funny, it's ironic because Sway was like Ye was like, man, you don't understand, Sway. Like I have to go through all these hoops. I got to do X, Y, and Z in order to get my products, blah, blah, blah. And Sway was like, why don't you just create your own infrastructure, bro? You're Kanye West. Like why are you trying to rely on like these big brands to try to make you trying to get in with these white people? You're trying to get in with these folks that have this prominence and these big placements in these companies, these fashion companies that you want to be a part of, and you'll do whatever it takes to get in there. And then when you don't, you're just going to start throwing another temper tantrum. And that's what we're seeing now, like in the whole fashion industry. It's the same shit that's happening. Like, and then it just kind of it hits a boiling point, man. Like, and the White Lives Matter wasn't even the only thing. Like, obviously, you mentioned it about the anti-Semitic comment. Yeah, like he obviously he's kind of going on this vitriol against Jewish people, and it's just not helpful for his case. Like he just keeps digging himself in this grave, and it hurts so much as a Kanye super fan because like I cannot pull him out of this time. And that's why I told you, like, bro, like I'm done with dude, bro. Like I really don't want to talk about him now. I keep telling you, bro, I'm not talking about him until next year, but you somehow got me to talk about him. And as y'all can see, I'm pretty passionate about this topic. And the fact of the matter is, like, man, I can't I can't excuse this one, man. Like I can't have you being willfully hateful and blame it on your mental health, blame it on trolling, blame it on you, whatever you're doing. Like, man, like you're doing fucked up shit, Kanye West. Like, and you're saying fucked
Yeah,
up shit. Like, I want you to get help, man, because I want all my people to get as much help as they can. Like, and like I said, he is my hero, he is my idol, and I grew up listening to him and respecting
yeah,
his craft. But right now, man, this is not the way. Yeah, yeah, man. He
yeah.
needs to
And
figure
it's
out
like you
another
have
way, man.
like yeah, and it's like with a huge platform that he does have, like that's
Hmm.
important. You have to use that wisely because
Hmm.
you might not have an intention to do something like that, but that White Lives Matter shirt is going to empower somebody like the fucking Proud Boys because they're like, oh, Kanye West is doing it. So,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? It could get
Yeah,
really dangerous. This is
yeah.
not
And when
something
you're
to
in
play with.
those and when you're in those rooms, like he tries to get in those rooms a lot, especially with those white folks. And those white folks don't really have much interaction with black folks. So when those white folks see a Kanye West, they see him as a representative of all black folks. So when he's wearing stuff like White Lives Matter and whatnot, they starting to see us as a collective. Like, even if they might not know what any of that shit like when he debuted that, I think it was in Europe, wasn't it? Like, or was it? I don't know. It was
Yeah,
somewhere else.
some
I would say it was
concert.
somewhere else,
Or it was like, yeah, I
or was
can't
it Fashion
remember.
Week? I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, I
But
think it
either
might have been fashion. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Guys,
It's
go look it
wherever he
up.
did it. I'm saying there's people elsewhere in these places that don't really know too much about the political turmoil that's going on, and racial turmoil that's always been going on in the United States. So when you see stuff like Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, and you see a black man wearing something like White Lives Matter, you start to think like, okay, maybe this shit isn't
Right.
completely hateful. I see black people wearing it, but no, that's just not the case. And like you already talked about it, man, that White Lives Matter shit is really just retaliatory. Like, it's just how white people see something as simple as Black Lives Matter as us saying fuck white people. And
Yeah.
like, no, like, you're so ignorant if you think that's the case. It might be a little bit of fuck white people, but that's like in a fine print. That's not like really what we're trying to advertise
Yeah.
here.
That's not the
But
goal. Yeah.
yeah, it's just one of those, man. Like, I hope this shit just hope this shit ends, man. Like, but knowing Kanye, we're gonna keep getting. He's banned on shit though, but we're gonna still see him. I just saw a clip he was on Nori, he was on Drink Champs. He was just talking about George Floyd and how he died from fentanyl, and the cop's neck leg wasn't on his neck like that. And I was like, bro, I had to turn that shit off immediately. He's
I think
tweaking, bro. He's tweaking. He's tweaking, bro. That's why I said I'm done talking about Brody until next
I
year.
didn't even know that. That's so fucking crazy
It's
to
making
say.
its rounds. You'll see it. It's making its rounds on the internet. You'll see it. You'll see it soon.
All right, let's move on. You got the
Yeah.
next one for us.
Yeah, bro. Let's move on. I wanted to. I guess we'll stick to something a little bit serious. Still, I don't want to get too silly yet. We can get silly later. I think we can keep it serious. But I wanted to talk about. I think we talked about it maybe in one of the episodes that we recorded, or maybe last season a little bit, because that's towards the end of the season. This is when it happened. But for people who do not know, the audience, Young Thug and Gunna are currently in prison, or they are in jail. Not in prison yet, but they are
Jesus.
in
Oh
jail.
my god.
I know
Prison.
prison seems so like, oh, you're prison, nigga. But no, they definitely got hit with the RICO. Uh, all jokes aside, though, it's definitely one of those situations that, if you know, like, the rap game, if you listen to a lot of rap, and I know a lot of white people, a lot of suburban black people listen to rap, but they don't really know what goes on in real life when it comes to that rap shit. And I think that when you have these artists like Young Thug and Gunna and these trap rappers that actually live the life that they rap about, you run the risk of actually, getting in legal trouble post your rap career, because obviously they're used to legal trouble before they actually blow up. But now when you blow up, and then a lot of the stuff maybe you've done while you were blowing up or before, prior to blowing up, exactly, can come back to bite you. And for those who don't know what a RICO is, it's a Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, which means like anybody who have like
Hmm.
who has like big organizations dedicated to crime, uh, you can get a federal RICO put on you, where they can build a case. The feds can build a case based off like your actions and your patterns and whatnot, and then they can kind of string together what you're doing, and then they can hit you. Because once they hit you with the RICO, they already have all the evidence they need. Like no matter what you say, bro, like we've been looking at you, like we already know exactly what you own, type shit. And they hit Thug and Gunna with the RICO. And man, Gunna's been denied bond, I think at least 20 times, bro. Like it's one of those things, bro. Like they're not playing with this shit, bro. They're getting all these rappers up off the streets on that shit. And I don't know what's happening. It's causing music to take a little bit of a hit. I don't know if you saw that Rotimi, Atlanta Falcons theme type shit. I don't know if you know what Rotimi is. He's he's like
I know.
Oh, you do?
Y'all seen Power? Y'all seen
exactly.
Come on,
but if you saw the Falcons trailer, niggas like cooked it because it sounded very like targety. Sounded very like this is some shit I'm gonna hear in like the white stores type shit. This isn't really like good music for real. You know? But so they shat on Rotimi.
Shout out to Rotimi. Shout out to Rotimi. Listen, Rotimi. Shout out to you.
Atlanta's going through a drought with rappers, bro. They're all getting locked up. Like, and it's sick about it. I read a story. I don't know how true it is, but they're looking to get Future and Playboi Carti next. They just got Sue Surf, and he's a battle rapper in New Jersey. They just locked him up and hit him with a federal RICO as well. And a RICO is just very, very hard to beat, man. Like,
bro, that's just one of those things. They can't get Playboi. He's a friend of the show. He was our theme song for last season.
He was.
Well, in our head, we don't actually know him, but
yeah.
That's what I like to say. He's a friend of the show.
But no, I know you probably don't know too much about like what happens in that realm, but like what's your kind of just people just rappers getting taken like from in type, like what's your thoughts about like, because technically they do it's criminal stuff, but you know these rappers make good music.
Here's how I feel. If you do the crime, you should do the time. However, we already know how the system is stacked against Black people and how it's not gonna be fair for them. There's fucking white people doing worse shit and they get a slap on the wrist, but Gunna is getting RICO'd. You know, like I feel like if you don't see that, you need to open your fucking eyes. Come on now.
And that's kind of what I'm getting to. That's what I'm seeing.
And so like that's like the struggle. Like that's it's a dichotomy here because it's like, yes, you should, you know, like if you do the crime, there should be justice. But you also should have due process, just like somebody else has it, and it should be fair. You know?
Yeah. I agree. So yeah, I think
also can Biden pardon people? Are they like charges have to be brought first, then he can pardon them, or can he pardon them now? Like, how does that work?
I'm not sure the exact process with that, but he could definitely pardon people. He can definitely pardon folks. I don't know what like your status has, you know, criminal status has to be in order to get pardoned exactly, but I think Biden could do something. Hey, like they got Trump to free Rocky. They got Trump to free ASAP Rocky. So let's get Joe Biden to free up Gunna and Thug. Let's do it. Yeah, let's go get Brittany Griner too. Let's go get Brittany Griner too, bro. She's still out there. Who is that? Basketball players in
rap. Oh fuck. Yeah, I know who she is.
See, niggas is forgetting, bro. And she's still over there, bro.
So sad.
And they trying to get Wadi to.
She's literally. She's been in Russia for forever, like since.
Don't kill me.
This shit start. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that is insane.
She's been, but they try to get. They also trying to get Yachty to take the walk to Poland, and that's not gonna go well. They're gonna get that nigga's getting arrested as soon as he brings that walk. And walk means lean, by the way, for you niggas that don't know. You fucking them imbeciles that don't fucking listen to rap. It's like no.
In case you missed it, we're just gonna move on here. In case you missed it, I was gonna talk about. We only have so much time, but this is gonna be a small one. In case you missed it, the student loan forgiveness application is out. Fill it out today.
Yeah,
fill that shit out right now. It literally took me. It don't take 5 minutes. It took me 30 seconds.
Oh, well, I'm just come on, man. I'm trying
Yeah.
to give niggas like a good. It's gonna max take 5 minutes. It shouldn't take you that long, but 5 minutes.
It's
Give
gonna
yourself
max
5 minutes.
take you a minute. It's seamless. Like, this is
Yeah.
something that is, you know, this is important, especially because I feel like a lot of students, a lot of people are in student loan debt. A lot of Black students are in student loan debt.
Man.
Don't let
Man.
this be something that you push off to the side and wait, because you're gonna keep pushing it and it's gonna be too late.
Mhm.
Be Get that debt forgiven. Get it forgiven.
Get it forgiven.
And I think, yeah, yeah. And
Mhm.
there's different stipulations too, that there's more information on studentaid.gov, I believe is the website. But you could get up to $20,000 of your student debt, your student loan debt forgiven.
Mm.
You If you got a Pell Grant, I think it's 20,000, and then if you did not, it's 10,000. They're willing
Yep.
to forgive. So go ahead, fill that out. It was really seamless, easy. And I think that's what they're trying to make it be. But don't wait till the last minute. I think you have until December, but I don't know the exact date. So that's why you should just fucking do it right now, because I
Yeah,
can't tell
just
you
get
when
that shit done.
that
Yeah, just get
deadline
the shit
is.
done.
Just
Quit
get it
bullshit.
done. Yeah. Act like the deadline is tonight. Fucking fill it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In case you missed it, I'm gonna need a download, bro, because I've been seeing so much on Twitter back and forth between the rap girls, and I don't know what's going on for real. I know Nicki is at the epicenter of it, but I feel like I don't know exactly how any of this started. I know Nicki and Cardi have been going through it like since Cardi blew up. Nicki and Cardi have been beefing, but now I'm seeing stuff about Lotto. I'm seeing stuff about Glorilla. I'm seeing stuff about Ice. I'm just seeing stuff about all the rap girls, and it seems like what's going on right now. I can't really make out what's happening right now.
Okay. So I've had mixed opinions about this, but
Hey, how the mighty have fallen. We just talked about Kanye West, Idols cliff.
okay, wait, okay.
Uh oh.
I've had a change in heart. And I feel like with Nicki,
About to put his bar hat on.
this is a concerted effort. I actually agree with her. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like my opinions before, I had been seeing clips, I had been seeing different things, I've been seeing different snippets. And so I feel like I was judging based off of that and not getting the full picture.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with the Let's talk about Lotto. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Um, so Nicki went on live the other day and she was talking about the Grammy submissions and how, you know, Super Freaky Girl was removed from the rap category and
Mm-hmm.
put in the pop category.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she's like, okay, if Super Freaky Girl is pop, then what is Big Energy? They're both
Mm-hmm.
rapping on the songs, but Nicki's version is pop and Big Energy is
Big
rap,
Energy is pop,
right?
bro. Don't ever Big Energy's pop. That shit is played in fucking Old Navies. Like, come on, that shit's
Literally.
straight up
So,
pop.
and it's like, and it's not to come for Lotto or anything like that. It's just like, let's be fair. Like, if
Yeah,
that's pop, if Super Freaky Girl is pop, what is Big Energy?
yeah.
And she went to talk about how that happens all the time. Like, when it comes to Nicki, the goalpost is moved,
Move.
and it's because these labels want their new artists to flourish. They don't want them to be in a category with Nicki because they're not gonna hold up against it's Nicki Minaj versus, like,
Yeah,
and that's not to shit on anybody else. Like, everybody, all these girls, they're amazing, but
Nicki's a
you
legend.
know, Nicki is like, her talent speaks for itself, and so these label heads, they know that, they know
Mm-hmm.
the talent that she brings to the table, and they don't want their new talent to have to go up against that. And
I see.
so, and so they move the goalposts when it comes to her. They put pressure on the academy to do that, which is not fucking fair. Like, it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't make any sense. The same thing happened too with Drake. Drake has spoke out about this. He's
Yeah.
like, why am I winning a rap award for Hotline Bling when
Yeah.
I sung most of the song? Like, this is not a rap song, but I'm winning
Mm-hmm.
the rap award,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And
Yep.
he like, and so from that point of view, I agree with Nicki. Like, that's not fair. She should have, you know, the shot. Like, she should have a fair chance, especially when she rapped on the song and you're moving her
Mm-hmm.
into the pop. And then they know what they're doing too, because it's strategic, because it's like putting Nicki in that pop category when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to pick the award, the Dua Lipas and
Yeah, she's not winning that one.
Casey,
Yeah.
she's not gonna win that. That is a
Yeah.
white category for white people. Like,
Mm.
and so I get what she's saying, and I feel like the fans or whoever are misconstruing it and making it seem like she's coming for, you know, which is also, I feel like, you know, the industry heads are leading that too, trying to pit people
Mm.
against each other and
Agenda
making it
pushing.
seem like exactly, and
Yeah.
propaganda. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like it's not fair, because it's like,
Mm.
even when Nicki first came out, she didn't get her Grammys. She didn't get her flowers, she didn't get a Grammy, any of that. She had to work for that.
Mm.
And I feel like, you know, anybody who gets a Grammy, that's good. You should be proud of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, both can be true. I don't understand how, you know, Cardi B, who has just gotten here,
Mm.
has
Yeah.
several Grammys, and Nicki has 0 Grammys. It doesn't add up, you
A little
know.
blackballing. A little bit, probably.
It's
And,
a
and
lot of
Nikki
it of
doesn't play
blackballing.
nice. She doesn't really play nice with a lot of people. So I can see how
But
people try to do that. Not to say it's right,
but
but
but also, you say that she doesn't play nice, but I feel like that was not the perception of Nicki until these new women came on the scene. I feel like
and that's
she's
and
had
that's kind
the
of what I want to ask you about because I saw a tweet about they said Nikki like I think I sent that to you. They said that one rapper from Queens now has a plethora of competition now, as opposed to when she was around in the 2010s. She kind of had a chokehold on the rap game, and now there's a bunch more. There's way more women rappers now than there were 10 years ago when Nikki was really on that shit, and now she's jealous because blah blah blah. And that's a lot of the narrative that's going on right now that
and I don't think
Nikki
it, I think
hasn't.
that's a narrative that is pushed by these record label heads. They are trying
Mhm.
to take her down because like, the one thing you can't take from Nicki is her talent. You could say so many things about what you don't like, everything.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, she fucking has bars. She is a lyricist, period.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, like, that's the thing. Like, some of these other people may not be to that level or to that stature. And so you have
Mhm.
to rely on this, and you have to. And I feel like this is like, I feel like it's a double standard for women, because I feel like niggas in the rap game do this shit all the time, but it's never,
Beef.
oh,
Yeah.
Jay-Z is coming for this person or that. You know, that's just a part of it. But when it's Nicki, who has earned the recognition, who is that, she is that,
Yeah.
period. And if she wants to say something or speak up now, as she's a bully, she's, you know, being catty. I don't think so.
So you don't
I feel like that's an easy narrative to go with instead of accepting the truth. And why would the other girls fight against that narrative? Because that's not benefiting them to even admit that.
Mhm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I see what you mean. Yeah. And I try not to like compare male rap beef and female rap beef because female rap beef rarely happens because obviously it's not a lot of female rappers and male rap beef is more death attached to that. It's more like, oh, like niggas are probably gonna get killed over this. I don't think anyone thinks Nicki or Lotto or any of them gonna kill each other. But that's an interesting point. All the points that you mentioned were very interesting. That's why I like the blackball Nicki's being blackball argument. That's been around for a little bit, and like how what's going on like right now, and how like the industry isn't really trying to play nice for her anymore. Blah blah blah, and yeah, that's why like is she really beefing with the other female rappers, or is she beefing with the music industry? Is she beefing with specific labels?
I think it's the
Like what's the
industry.
real? What's the real like
It's
beef?
definitely the industry. It's because they can make money off of these other rappers, but Nicki is not signed to a 360. You
Mm-hmm.
know, they have to pay her. She's making money off of them and not the other way around. And they don't like that. And so let's take her down. Let's destroy her career
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right.
and
So,
try and make money
so you
off of
saying
people that we can't make money off.
the
I'm
other
not
rap
saying that the
girl?
other rap people have 360s. That's not what
Oh,
I'm saying. But what I'm
uh,
saying is Nicki does not. And
okay,
so y'all have to pay Nicki. And they
yeah,
don't want to pay Nicki. They don't want to give her her flowers.
yeah,
That's
and that's real.
simply what it is.
Man, I hope they fix all of that because it just looks messy, man. The rap girls are beefing. I'm like, man, don't get off each other. Come on, I feel like the guy that wants to jump in the middle of the fight and try to
Because I
separate the girl.
because I'll admit I did like from surface level from what you're seeing, it does look like, you know, it looks
Nikki going
bad on her
crazy.
part. But
Yeah.
once you go deeper into it and realize that that is designed to make her look that way, you know.
I feel like this is a little bit of Barb rhetoric. I think we might need a
I'm
third.
not a
We need
barb.
Barty. We need
Listen,
Barty gang
listen,
here. We need
listen.
Barty gang.
Listen, I love the barbs. I myself am not a barb, but at the end of the day, you know, truth is truth. Like, I'm sorry, like I gotta stick with what the truth is of the
Mm,
situation.
okay. Yeah.
And
Hopefully
I
more
agree.
comes out of it.
Listen, I'll ask y'all, let us know in the comments. If Super Freaky Girl is pop, then what is Big Energy?
That's the question of the day.
Also, keep in mind, both these songs had the same producers.
Oh wow. Does
Like,
Lotto
come
and
on.
Nicki Lotto
Huh?
and Nicki have a song together?
No.
Why doesn't Nicki have songs with the new girls?
Because you think that
The label's
the
not trying to have
labels
that.
are letting that happen? No,
Yeah.
they're trying to push
Okay.
drama. They're trying to push a beef.
Damn, Nicki on a song. Nicki with Glorilla versus Cardi and Glorilla. I think I might want to see that a little bit more.
Like
I like the Cardi
when you think
song.
of the Cardi and Nicki beef, the actual reason for it, what is the reason?
I don't
There's
know.
no
I
reason
can't
why
tell you. I
they
can
would.
tell
I
you.
feel like they would be very good friends. They would be amazing. But
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It's all bullshit. All this, it's music, so it's entertaining beef. Nobody's really about to. It's like I said, especially with the women, no one's gonna kill nobody, and I don't think anyone's gonna fight anybody either. But we'll
and
see.
that's fucked up. And then when she speaks out, then it's like, oh, Nikki, be quiet. I feel like a lot of the times, like women, especially black women, are expected to just take shit and not say anything. And so when she
Yeah.
does say something, it's like, oh, like she shouldn't express herself. Fuck that. She should be able to say something. And if she don't say nothing, then she's supposed to just let y'all just fucking take her career and like let it just fall to the wayside.
Mm,
That's not fair. That is
yeah.
not fair.
Whew. It's a lot,
Yeah.
man. Thoughts and prayers to everyone involved.
Yes.
That's all I can say.
But yeah, I think we're at time. We gone a
Yeah.
little
Did you
over.
want to
So
mention before because I know before we talk the little roller coaster shit, we can make it quick.
not the little roller coaster shit.
Yeah.
I'll say two things about it. Um, get these fucking rides together. Screw that
Yeah.
shit in. You won't
Yeah.
see me riding anything at a fucking carnival. I will only be exclusively riding amusement parks because this shit is fucking ridiculous. I've seen 3 fucking malfunctions flying out,
Yeah.
and I would sue the fuck out of. I would own that fucking carnival. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah.
say. Because
That
we
shit won't
got
happen
time.
to me. Sorry. It
Yeah.
won't be happening to me.
And also, like, prayers to the people that did happen to. Like, that's
Yeah.
so fucked up. Like, I pray for
Definitely.
anybody that was injured for the recovery, and just it's sad. That's who you go to something like that to escape your
To
life
have fun.
and have a good time, and then for that to fucking happen, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But all right.
Get it together.
This was, in case you missed it, the second one of the season. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. If you like this, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm in
You trying to put it together.
yeah, yeah, I'm trying to put it together. But thanks. I hope you guys like this season 4 episode, or season 3 episode 4. If you want to find out more about what we're doing, more updates about the experience, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the experience_pod. And then if you want to find me, check out what I'm doing, J_Gooden98 on Instagram, J Gooden on TikTok. And where can they find you, my friend?
You can find me everywhere, specifically Instagram, on Twitter at NedSaturn. That's at NEDSATURN.
Yes. We will be back next week for episode 5 in the same room. Have a special guest, my cousin, Sunday Love. And we're going to be talking about some interesting topics. It's going to be good. It's going to be juicy. The episode that's coming next is hilarious to me. It's just
very funny.
And you guys are going to But yeah, that's it. That's in case you missed it. We will see you next week.
All right. See you guys.